And then it was about 1994 that we put up the big dishes. I don't think they're there now, in the principal's garden at the back. The huge dishes, and then we used to be so proud. In Shamli's room, there used to be 4 controllers. And from there, we used to beam the television channels to everyone on the campus, and there used to be 4 channels. And the staff used to vote and say, which channels do we want? And there used to be a big fight among the faculty. So which channel do we want? And eventually, we had to sit and tune the channels from Shamli's bedroom. That's where the controls were. Those were the great days. I still remember to make any phone call, one had to go to the regional office or the Heritage Club. And there used to be one telephone booth in Munnar. And you could go down all the way, drive down for half an hour, and suddenly they say, sorry, the lines are down. And they would never be working. We came back never knowing when the lines would work. And it was a big challenge. Believe it or not, I was telling your principal yesterday, I said, do you know how many STD calls I made from the higher ed school? He said, I can't tell me. I said, you can't even guess in your dreams. He said, tell me. I said, 1. There was one phone call I made, and that was the day before I was leaving higher ed school, when they finally connected the lines. And I called my mother, and I said, I can finally talk to you from my office, and I'm leaving higher ed school the next day. That's it. Those were the connections in those days. And yet, it was wonderful. Those of you who are now part of the planting community here, so much easier inviting your friends over for a meal and say, come and join me tonight. In those days, there used to be a motorcycle. Coming from the Chittoor area manager, or the person coming on a motorcycle and telling you, can you come and join us for dinner tonight? And then he would send a chit saying, I don't know, and then he probably forgot to say something. He sent a chit back, so the motorcycle went back to the manager. And then he would come back again with a message and go back. So half a day went in just confirming whether you were going for a dinner or not. It was just wonderful. It was a great learning experience. I think, as we think about it, would we trade it for anything else? Not at all. When we came in 1991, many of you used to wear traditional dresses, either the Tamil Nadu dresses or the powders or whatever from Kerala. And when we started, the non-uniform days on Saturdays in higher ed school, all of you used to come in very traditional outfits. So most of you, t-shirts and jeans were out of the question. Girls wearing jeans was absolutely out of the question in those days. You didn't wear them. As simple as that. That wasn't the culture of Munnar. And then came television in 92 and 93. And then by 94, everyone, especially the girls, had started wearing t-shirts and jeans, and everyone started wearing sneakers. And the whole culture of Munnar started changing extremely rapidly. You were very young, many of you. And you were very impressionable. You won't remember that. And I'm telling you because we were fortunate to see the transition, not just in higher ed school, but in Munnar. The whole culture was evolving. And by the time we were leaving in 1997, Munnar and the higher ed school was such a different place from what it was in 1991. Now you just have to go to people like Glory Ma'am, who started it all at the higher ed club. Or was it the workshop recreation, higher ed club? And you can ask yourselves what it must have been like in those days. No one would have ever believed that there would be a group of products from the higher ed school who would be sitting all over the world. When Mr. Ratan Gadu was asking me the other day, where are the higher eders and their students? I said, I can say with total guarantee that I know for sure they're in every continent of the world, except I don't know if there's someone in South America. But in every other part of the world, there's a higher ed sitting somewhere now. I hope we do have someone in South America also, do we? Do you know of any friends sitting there? No, not yet. No links. Except for someone who is in the merchant navy. Who would have left South America someday. But that's the glory of higher ed school. I think the journey has been a great one. It's very heartwarming. A lot of times, when we came in 1991, people asked us, because we came from Italy, And people said, you must be crazy, leaving Europe, leaving a job in Europe and coming back into India and coming to a place like Munnar, which is looked down on by most people. Most people hadn't even heard of Munnar. And perhaps we were. Perhaps we were not in that time. But today, when I stand here, I'm absolutely convinced, and I am glad that I actually did take the decision with Dr. Padma to come back to India. And we left the United World Colleges and came almost an unknown entity called the Higher School. And the journey has been as much of a learning curve for us, for me as a professional in the education field, as it has been for the school to grow. And today, with great pride, when people tell me, which is the one school which you have greatest amount of association with and is closest to your soul and your heart, without failing, I don't say Yale College where I studied, or Doon School where I started my teaching career, or two different United World Colleges where I have taught in Canada and Italy, and then the one I went to from here in Pune as a director of studies, and even my 6 years in Dubai with the James Pro. I will reflect on all of it, but the one which has always been closest to my heart has been this very institution. You can do a lot of things in life. You can achieve a lot of things in life. But you should always judge from the maximum amount of impact that you have on an organization and the organization has on you. And that's really what it is. And I think if you look at it, it wasn't easy for all of us. It was 4 months when we continued to live in the Higher Education Club. We didn't even have a house to our name. And Shamli was very young. And you were not allowed to keep the ayahs, so they were not allowed to come into the club. I'm sure the rule is still the same. And so she was confined to this one room at the Heritage Club, which was on the outskirts. And for 4 months plus, we spent our time without even having unpacked our bags. And every day we used to ask ourselves, are we going to get a house? Are we ever going to settle down here? Is this going to be a short journey or a long one? And then this place grew into us. It started growing very rapidly. And as Dr. Padma started not just working at the Mahabodhi Hospital, but two others. Those days she used to go to Arabic, if I'm not mistaken. Right? So she used to have a long journey through elephant-infested country all on her own in a tiny Maruti 800. And we always used to ask ourselves, have we done the right thing? Have we done what are we doing? And it grew into us. And by the time she also started getting associated with you here on the stage, in many programs that she's put up with here, I think it grew into us so rapidly, we didn't even realize when it had become such a deep part of us. But I can tell you that in 1997, when we actually took the decision to move on, the only person who again understood what we were doing is Mr. Krishna Kumar. He said, I can understand why you need to move on from Higher School. Because you have groomed yourself in an international curriculum, and we'll never be able to bring that into the Higher School, not for a very long time anyway. And we can understand that you don't want to lose your link with all that you have worked for in your career. And so we bless you and keep in touch with the Higher School. And we went into blessings, and we always have. But it was a very difficult move. I moved to a lot of institutions, all by choice. And never has it been so difficult to move as it was to move from the Higher School. That was heartbreaking, but it was a need. It was a professional move that one had to make. And am I glad that I did it? Yes, I'm glad. Because I've grown. And that's what Higher School is all about. A place where you grow. You don't stagnate. You don't get a part of a model or a little pond which is not growing and stagnating. You are part of the flowing river.